All right. The remaining women in the outline that fall under that term, female abolitionist, are four white women. You have Lucretia Mott, Sarah and Angelina Grimke, and Harriet Beecher Stowe. The film clip is going to do an excellent job with the Grimke sisters and Harriet Beecher Stowe. So I just wanted to fill in a little bit of extra um, context for that. So the key thing I want to tell you about Lucretia Mott is she will be a founding member of the American Anti-Slavery Society. Now, when this group is formed, she's there, she's one of the members, but she says she didn't sign her name because she didn't think it would be proper, right? And we've seen this before, that there's this line in using the cult of domesticity, and she feared that maybe signing her name to this document might not be proper. So what some women did is then they formed their own anti-slavery societies. And one society in Massachusetts actually nearly disbanded because some women of color wanted to join the anti-slavery society. And the white women in the anti-slavery society didn't want the black women as part of their group. So think about that for a moment. It seems a little contradictory, right, that this group of women in Massachusetts are talking about trying to end slavery, but then they aren't going to let black women in the group. And this highlights a point about abolitionists. This isn't the case with most of the women that are on your outline, but it does highlight a case with a point with abolitionists, that you could be an abolitionist and you could still very much be a racist. You might be against slavery, but that didn't mean that you believed that black people were equal. So ultimately what ended up happening is this group of Massachusetts decided, well, they'd let black women join their group, but they would only be respectable black women, their words. And because they didn't want them, and I don't have this quote in front of me because my at school in my office, but the quote is something along the lines of, they didn't want these women to feel like they were like on an equal footing with the white women in the group, but they let respectable women in, respectable black women. So again, kind of highlights that contradiction of abolitionists. And then for the Grimke sisters, one thing the film clip's going to note is that they're going to come into, they're going to be criticized for speaking to so-called promiscuous audiences. That's an audience made up of both men and women. And you've got a fabulous document on your outline from Sarah Grimke. I love this part here. She says, where is it? Men and women were created equal, and created equals in capital letters. They are both moral and accountable beings. Whatever is right for man to do is right for woman. I love that. Such a great line. So be sure to look at that before you watch that film clip. And then Harriet Beecher Stowe is mentioned briefly in the textbook, and I've got the page numbers there in the module for you that you can look at. But again, the clip does a really fantastic job. The other thing to think about with Harriet Beecher Stowe is we could put her in that genre of sentimental fiction, sentimental novelist. Now, her novel is a little different because it's got this underlying sort of like cause to it in terms of trying to get people to end slavery, but it still falls within that genre. And then note too, when you're watching that clip, how she very much is using the cult of domesticity, very much writing as a mother, trying to get other women to think about what this means as a mother to be enslaved. Okay, I think I hit all my main points. If you've got any questions, you can leave them for me in the discussion board. Take care.